um, my fellow students and the doc, my lecturer. It is my pleasure to have us as my audience. My name is Obome Fenis Chooks. I'm from Nigeria. So I have a topic to present to us this hour. The topic says communication against stigmatization with people living with COVID-19. Actually, it seems that this topic is very timely because of the situation we are right now, where this COVID-19 is standing toe and toe, though the sickness ahead, the war stands still. So, firstly, we find the effect of stigmatization against these diseases. We had cases of many people who have committed suicide and have died in the almost many of the countries, in Thailand, in Malaysia, in US, in UK, even in Nigeria. Many people have died as a result of the fear of stigmatization. So they have died. So first, because of our time, let's go forward and see what is strategy of communication. Geek Rice 2003 defines strategy of communication as one of the most effective way of relaying information from the sender to the receiver using the most strategic form of communication media, such as the verbal, non-verbal, interpersonal, and other media. So in the course of this study, I want to adopt verbal, non-verbal, and interpersonal in this presentation. So in order to enhance effective communication, there are two things we should put into consideration. One of those things is the audience and the content. So whenever we are planning the content, we should consider the audience we are planning the content for, which is their previous experience, their age, their cultural background, sometimes their culture and their religion should take into considerable into consideration in planning a content. So because of our time, let's go further. We shouldn't forget our topic. We are talking about communication against stigmatization with people living with this disease, COVID-19. So what is stigmatization? Stigmatization is defined as the art of describing someone as worthy of disgrace, great disapproval, disallowed. We find that people from other cultures, some cultures, corners are being stigmatized. Also, there are some people who have some diseases are being stigmatized too. So before we go further, what is COVID-19? See, COVID-19 or coronavirus is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. The newly disease were unknown before the outbreak began in Wuhan, China, December 2019. COVID-19 is a pandemic affecting many countries globally. We saw that there are some audience who are being targeted, the audience who are being stereotyped, who are being stigmatized, among which are firstly are the Chinese descent. Because the disease started from this country, many of these people from this country have been stigmatized. But it seems that the table are now turning, that many of the people who are returning from overseas, from travel, have been stigmatized. Also, the frontliners, the medical workers, the doctors, the nurses, and other social workers have been stigmatized also. The patients and their families are being stigmatized too. Those who are released from quarantine are being stigmatized too. Even those who have been tested and are proved safe are being stigmatized also. So, why in the course of this teaching, I was able to dig down to see what could be the reason why people are being stigmatized. And I was able to discover that one of the reasons is that the disease is a new disease, which much is known, but much more is unknown. You see, human beings naturally are usually afraid of unknown. The fear of unknown drives many people to do unwantedly, drive many people to do what they wouldn't have done in the normal ground. Make many people to do crazy things, the fear of unknown. And also, this disease is an infectious disease. it's an epidemic. You saw that a World Health Organization, change this disease from epidemic to pandemic because of the non-scale of coverage. If you look on the slide, you see this date, the 30th April 2020. You see the number of people who have been affected of this disease. So these are one of the things that have contributed to the effect of this stigmatization. Okay, so we want to do some application of verbal communication strategy to reduce COVID-19 stigma. And one and the only thing to reduce this stigma against COVID-19 is massive sensitization. So before we do some sensitization, there are some things we need to do. Firstly, we need to get the fact about what this disease is all about, COVID-19. From a reputable source like the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the World Health Organization. These are the reputable sources we can gather information from. Second thing we need to do is we need to conduct deep research to ascertain the level of knowledge by the audience. What are the level of the knowledge concerning these diseases? So we need to ascertain deep to ascertain their level of audience, to enhance us to prepare a message. And after we must have done that, then we should deep down, or we should do what we call massive enlightenment or education awareness campaign. And in doing this awareness creation, they are the frontline. We should not skip out in doing this. And one of these people are the medical practitioners, which is the nurse, the doctors, and all that. Those who are medical practitioners should be involved. Also, the religious leaders. Find that there are some people who they will not accept the teaching or the word came from their religious leader. They are so religious that they cannot accept anything except it came from their religious leader. So we should accommodate the religious leader, either from Christian or Muslim or other religious, to speak to the audience concerning these diseases. And also the government parastatals. We use government. We also adopt the government parastatals. The various head of office and organization, and the market women organization and other labor leaders and all that. We should involve them in this awareness creation. So in this awareness creation, there are the related topic that we should create awareness of. One of these things is we should try to teach the people what the disease is all about, the mode of transmission, and the nightly ways of prevention. And also, what we should also tell the audience is that a sufferer of this disease is not a death sentence. Another thing we should tell the audience is that the vulnerable, we should tell them those who are vulnerable, which like the elderly ones and those who are having health condition. Not that other people cannot have it, but those who are elderly and who have health condition, have they have the tendency of dying through these diseases than other people who are not of this category. And the other thing, the last one should be, we should encourage those survivors, those who have survived from these diseases, to come out and speak. So when people knew that there are other people who are surviving this, so they will not have much fear or grip of fear towards these diseases. So lastly, in conclusion to this, we should actually be aware that prevention is cheaper. Should be aware that prevention is safer and more convenient. So all we need to do this period is to stay at home. So stay at home is one of the best way to avoid this disease. So thank you. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you, everyone.